Today I've got a haul because recently my favourite trusty foundation brush just gave up the ghost. It was losing all its bristles and it was giving a really streaky finish, so I thought, gonna splash out on a brand new brush. And yeah, I ended up getting a little more than I bargained for. I headed on down to Boots to buy one brush, and they had a sale that was buy one get one half price on all EcoTools brushes and eyelashes, and let's just say I couldn't resist. So in the end I actually got 8 brushes. Well, technically more than that because 2 of them were brush sets, so you'll see. I went in for one brush and I ended up with a whole lot more than just one. But it was a great deal, and I'm really excited because I love EcoTools brushes and I wanted to show you. Oh, disclaimer, I went out and bought these brushes, say in January, mid-January, in Boots, which is a UK drugstore, if you're not from the UK. And I don't know if this deal is still on or not, so I got them buy one get one half price. I'm not going to talk about the prices because wherever you buy them they're always slightly different prices, and obviously I don't know if the deal's on now or not. It was just lucky timing. So most of the brushes come in the EcoTools sort of signature eco pouch, which is made from EVA plastic or EVA material, which is phthalate free and PVC, so it's much better for you and it's much better for the environment. And as standard, all the EcoTools brushes are made from bamboo, recycled aluminium as like the bit around the bristles, and the bristles are all cruelty free. So the first brush I got was the EcoTools Fat Foundation Brush. Obviously I wanted this to replace my old one. The thing with this one is it's quite a bit smaller than my old one. My old one was a lot bigger sort of surface, but this one I really like because it's really soft, and I've read some really good reviews on it saying it doesn't streak and the bristles don't fall out. So that's really nice, and what's quite nice about it is that it seems to go very thin and very tapered at the top bristles, so I think that'll be really nice for getting some really good blending instead of just slapping it on. So I'm really looking forward to using that, and also it's very lightweight. The handle isn't too long, it seems to be balanced really nicely, and it just looks like a pretty good brush will work. The next one I got I am really excited to try out because it's something I haven't seen before, and it seems like an odd idea to me. I've used sponges in the past, but I have never used a sponge on a stick. This sponge looks amazing. It's flat on one side and curved on the other, and just like a brush, it's got a handle, it's got the aluminium thing that holds it on, and it says it's meant to be amazing for getting right into the contours of your face and creating a really flawless foundation, a really flawless base. And if you go on the site, there are so many rave reviews about this, and I just stumbled across this because it was just, you know, part of the collection. I'd never seen it before, never heard of it before, and I just thought that's a really unique, novel idea. I want to give that a go. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about is washing it. I think it might be quite hard to wash because when I wash brushes I make sure I wash them upside down so the water doesn't get into the base, but with this I feel like maybe with it being a sponge it might go in, so you know, it might not clean very well, so we'll see. But this one I'm so excited to try out, and just like the brushes, it's, you know, bamboo, recycled aluminium. I'm not sure about the sponge, what the sponge is made of, and I couldn't find that online. So if I do find it, I'll put it in the bottom bar, but if anyone knows, please let me know, that'd be great. The third brush I got was the Skin Protecting Brush, which is a really beautiful angled brush, and it is the softest brush I have ever felt in my life. The bristles are really quite dense, and it's a flat top, and you see it's got really quite a good angle on it, and I think this will be excellent for really buffing in, getting in around my nose and, you know, around my eyes, and just really getting it blended in. And this on the packaging, it's perfect for BB creams, and I am really into BB creams at the moment. I'm opting more for a lighter coverage, so getting this to buff in should be really nice. I kind of don't want to use it because it looks so clean and so pretty, but I'm definitely going to have to give it a go. The only thing I'm not so keen on is the funny shape of the handle. It seems to be very fat and then very thin. I'm not sure how comfy that is, so I'm going to see how it works out. It just feels a little top heavy to me, but I'm sure I can work around that. The next brush I got is actually for the eyes, and this is the full eyeshadow brush. I just chose this because it's always good to have extra brushes for your eyes, but I can't say I'm particularly wowed by this brush to, you know, for what I've read about it or anything. It doesn't look particularly anything special to me. I just think it looks quite large. I don't have the biggest face or the biggest eyes, and I just think it might be a bit cumbersome. But I just picked it up because I could get it half price if I got another one, and it's always good to have backups. The fifth brush I got is the Airbrush Concealer Brush, which I am pretty excited to try out. Not as much as a foam applicator brush, but this one I think is a really novel idea. Designed for your concealer to really buff it in properly. I've never really buffed in concealer, I've more sort of patted it in. So I want to really try this out, see if that works better, gives me fuller coverage, because at the moment I've got really bad circles and a lot of redness around my nose. Again, it's very soft and it's very lovely. Again, there's nothing too exciting to say about this brush. I think the proof will be in the pudding of using it, rather than how it looks and how it's designed, because it just, at the moment, just looks like a standard brush. But I do think I might also like to try this as a blending brush, because the depth of the brush and the shape just makes it look like it'd be amazing for getting a really good smudgy smoky eye. So that might be a nice dual purpose tool. Now, like I said earlier, I bought 8 brushes, but technically I bought more because 2 were actually sets. And the first set I got was the Fresh and Flawless kit, which has 5 brushes, and it looks like this, and it is absolutely beautiful. I don't tend to buy mini brushes because I just think I just travel with normal size brushes, but I was sold on how pretty they are because I'm fickle, and they are just beautiful. In this kit you get 2 concealer brushes, a flat one and a buffing one. You get a tiny little flat foundation brush, you get like a all-purpose blush highlight brush, and then a flawless face full coverage brush. This brush set just seems to be the perfect sort of grab and go set. You know, you've got the 5 brushes, they're all pretty adaptable, I reckon. Really mini in travel in this great packaging, you know, magnetic. I think they'll be pretty safe in that, and you know, there aren't any particular brushes that I think I definitely want to use, but I think they will be great sort of multi-purpose tools. They all feel really beautiful, really soft, and really, I just love how they look. I just think they're beautiful. The second set I got was the 5-piece essential eye kit, and it comes with 5 little brushes and this really sweet little pouch to keep them all clean. They're very dinky little brushes. They're all travel size, and again they're from bamboo and cruelty free, and I think they will just cover all your eyeshadow needs. The 2 that stand out for me are this, which one is the large eye brush, which I definitely don't think I'll be using because it's absolutely massive and I can see it just making one hell of a mess. But the brush I definitely think will be amazing is a tiny little smudge brush. You can see that, which I think will be perfect for under the eye and a little bit of inner corner highlight. Smudging out, I think it'll be a real winner. I've wanted a brush like this for ages, so that I would have probably bought the kit just for that, really. And the others are just sort of your standard sort of buffing and smudging brushes. Nothing too exciting, but I think it's a good little kit. And it's handy to have them teeny size, if that's your kind of thing. Finally, the last brush, I promise, that I got actually comes with a little bonus. It is the multitasking brush. It's dual fibre and it is just gorgeous. It's the biggest brush of all the bunch. I believe there are bigger ones, but of all the ones I got, and it is just meant to be designed for highlighting, foundation, blush, you name it. It's sort of a multi-purpose tool. This brush looks like it'll be really good. It's quite dense, but it's not too firm, and hopefully it won't splay over time. This brush actually came as sort of a set. It came with the EcoTools brush roll, which is, I think, a bit of a letdown considering everything else has such beautiful packaging. And they've made this roll and it's just it's just a standard brown roll with a bit of bronzy patterning. It has like a flap for hygiene and all the different size pockets. It's kind of cute because it's got little words on the inside, but I have to say, if I could have bought the brush for cheaper and not had the roll, I probably would have. This would be good for travelling, but considering all of the pouches the brushes come in are reusable and pretty hygienic, I'm not sold. So this was a nice little bonus. It's good to have, but I can't say it was particularly a real win for this sort of brush. I'd definitely probably just buy the brush on its own. So that is all of the brushes that I bought. A little extravagant, but I think when there's a deal like that you have to take advantage of it because they're wonderful brushes. I love sort of the ethics of the company. I love the quality of the brushes. I think they're really smashing. All the ones I've used before and I still use now are excellent and always last a great amount of time. So I don't feel too bad about going a little crazy and buying more brushes than the one I meant to. I'd love to know what brushes you guys recommend from the range, and if you've tried any of these brushes, especially the foam one, I'd love to know in the comments what you think of those and any suggestions of what they're really great for. So until next time, thanks for watching, bye bye!